So Xiaomi sent us the 17T, which is part of the new devices they just launched, the 17T and the 17T Pro, coming from the 15T lineup last year. So let's unbox this smartphone together and get my first impressions. I like this packaging. By the way, this is not the retail packaging, it's just like the review units. And this is the smartphone. Let's toss this to the side. Xiaomi's packaging is usually clean and simple, and that is what you should expect with this device on here. So, and on opening this box for the first time, well, listen to the sound. Okay, the first thing you're greeted with would be the paperwork. First off is a SIM ejector. You get the TPU case. Let's see what this looks like. Straight to the point, quite simple. You get the user manual, which nobody usually would read. And that's about it from this side. Let's set this also to the side. Here's the smartphone itself with no clear or easy way to get it out. Let's just turn this box upside down. We'll come back to this in a bit. You also get a USB cable for charging, a Type-C to usual Type-A connector to charge this device, and drumroll, a 67 watt charger, and that's actually in the box. Samsung, take note. Okay, let's get to the smartphone. What does that sound? Now, this is the smartphone itself. Let's peel this without much sound. Oops. I think this is about the titanium gray. It looks really clean, and this is a matte finish at the back. For some reason, this matte finish feels like you get a lot of scratches with this. Can you guys see this? Anyway, this design is really clean. To the back, you have this camera island that looks familiar. It's just like other smartphones you've seen. Other smartphones that are trying to look like the iPhones. Xiaomi basically gave you the same camera as the 17T Pro. You still get the 5x periscope zoom lens, Leica tuning, the whole thing. And this is on a smartphone that costs less than a flagship device. One other thing I've noticed so far is the fact that you have glass at the back. I think this is glass at the front. But this frame feels a little bit plasticky, so not exactly premium. I actually would want to say that this is okay for the price, but I've seen cheaper devices that have aluminum frames, so this isn't exactly what I would expect for the price point. Now, the front on here is a 6.59-inch display, which refreshes at 120 Hz and also peaks at 3500 nits, 3500 nits, which is really, really good. And this is about the sweet spot for me when it comes to display sizes. I don't really like the 6.9-inch displays. They are usually very big for me. So I'm almost done setting this smartphone up. And one thing I've noticed is the placement of the fingerprint scanner. I usually do not like this placement. I prefer it to be almost at the middle of the smartphone so you can easily access it like in this position, but this is a little bit too far for me. But the good thing is this smartphone is actually small and I can work with this. So let's set up the fingerprint. So I think this is HyperOS 3 because of this vertical and horizontal layout for the recent app. So let's select the newer one. And yes, welcome to HyperOS 3. So far, this smartphone feels fast. Let's launch YouTube to see what the display looks like. So far, this display looks good from what I can see here. Now, the battery life is 6500 mAh silicon carbon battery. From my tests on other Xiaomi devices that have the same capacity, you should expect about 2 days of use with this device. Yes, 2. And it comes with a 67 watts charger in the box, so you're sorted out from day one. Now, the big thing to know going into this is that this smartphone isn't running a top-tier flagship chip. It's a Dimensity 8500 Ultra, which is perfectly fine for everyday use. I'll consider this more like the low end of a premium flagship device kind of performance, but that's the trade-off Xiaomi made to hit this price point. You get this for around £649, 749 euros, about $850, and that should be about 1.2 million naira. By the way, that's for 256 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigs of RAM. The variant I have here is 512 gigs of storage, and that's about $50 more, I think. So I'd have to test this fully and give you guys my full review after having tested this device. Do not forget to hit the like button and turn on post notification to get notified when I drop the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and do not forget to check out selltech.ng for my old devices I'm giving out at discounted prices. Okay, catch you in the next one. Day.